recently celebrated my 50th.
Oh.
The big 5-0. A bunch of my buddies on my birthday had a party for me. And my best friend bought me a book as a present. Even though he knows I don't read. I brought the book to show you people tonight. Very appropriately titled Sex After 50. When you open up the book, you notice the front page is blank. As is every other fucking page. So I read it. And I'm glad I did. Because I came to the realization that the guy that came up with this idea is a genius. So I stole his concept. The first book I wrote was titled Cookbook for Anorexics. The second, Difficult Jigsaw Puzzles for Schizophrenics. And the third, A Guide to Making It to the National Hockey League for Asians. They love that joke in Chinatown. So I spend a lot of my spare time in Toronto at open mics and comedy clubs, and a lot of the comedians I hang out with are literally half my age. I did a show recently, and this comedian comes up to me after, he's about 23, and he says to me, "So Danny, now that you're getting old, does it scare you at all to get really old?" I looked at him, I said, "You know, Richard, I've known you for about a year. I had no idea until tonight. You're retarded." He says to me, "Oh, relax, man." He goes, "It's just a number." He says, "There's no difference between 49 and 50. It's all in your head, Dan." I said, "Really? So explain me this. I went to sleep one night recently and my body felt great. I woke up in the morning, I had a pulled hamstring." Apparently 50 is a number where you've got to stretch before you go to sleep. I recently snapped at one of those street beggars. See, I live right in the middle of Toronto, and this woman, she's so annoying. She stands in the corner in front of my house with a baseball hat, begging for money. And all day you hear her saying, "Feed my hat. The hat is sad." All day. So I walked up to her and I said, "Maybe your hat should get a damn job." And then I fucked her. Wait till you guys are 50. It's all downhill, baby. I just want to tell you about a bit of an incident that I had at my bank recently. See, I deal with the Scotia Bank, and I don't know about you guys, but I am not richer than I think. Who the fuck are they kidding? So I called them on it. I went to my local branch, and I went right up to the customer service lady, and I demanded to speak with somebody. She asked me what it's pertaining to. I asked her what pertaining means. She says, "What do you want to talk about?" I said, "I just don't think I'm richer than I think." She says, "How about we open up your portfolio?" She says, "You've got 0 stocks and 0 bonds, Danny." I told her I like to be called Mr. Freedman. She says, "You've got $1,200 in your checkings account, $875 in your savings account, and you owe Visa $212. I looked at her and I said, "I thought I owed Visa $600. I am richer than I think." Before I leave you guys, I just want to share a story with you. About 2 years ago, while I was living in Toronto, I met a woman on the internet. One of the problems that we had was she actually lived in Montreal. And we had this 6-month long-distance relationship. That was really cool. She took me to a Montreal Canadiens hockey game. It was a playoff game. I learned my first French song that night. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. I didn't realize till we were driving what the lyrics mean? I can't believe I'm so damn drunk on a Tuesday. But I ended up living in Montreal for about 6 months with her, and it was tough, really tough. See, she was French-Canadian, and je m'appelle Danny. I'd been there, like I said, for about 6 months, and she got really fed up with me because I promised her I'd learn some French. So it turned out it was my last night there. We're having dinner, and she says to me, Danny, tonight I'm going to teach you some French. So later that night, we're in bed, we're having sex. We were right in the middle of sex. Yeah, I was about a minute into it. She says to me, Danny, your penis is petite. But I should have clarified it with her, because then I didn't know if petite meant long or thick. But then I tried to dazzle her with some of my French, and I just looked at her and I said, you know what the problem is? Your vagina is grand. And by the way, the only reason I moved to Montreal is because your breasts are gross. You guys have been great. I'm Danny Freedman. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much.